Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, every once in a while, I get the idea for a video, and all of a sudden, everything falls together. Like I have some memories of something I could use as an example to clarify my thoughts, and everything just clicks. And when that happens, it's like I can't wait to get back here to my little studio. I almost run back here to make this video, and today's one of those days. So stick with me here. I got some cohesive thoughts for this video. It has to do with Elon Musk, and particularly the salute that he did. Since Trump has been around, since 2015, over and over again, I see things that he does, and it just, I'm used to this now. I'll see him do something like with the reporter, the handicapped reporter, where he mocked him, and I'll see something like that, and I'll think to myself, I think to myself, even now, the people that support Donald Trump, this must be the straw that breaks the camel's back. It has to be. How could anybody look at this and excuse it or turn a blind eye to it, or just ignore it, or whatever, and sure enough, when I say I think it's a cult, I'm not being sarcastic or exaggerating. So this has happened over and over again with January 6th, with the documents being discovered in his bathroom or whatever. But, there's been some blatant grabbing, when he was recorded about grabbing women. And the newest one, the latest one, and this one just is over the top, with Elon Musk and this salute that he does. Blatantly, you watch his face and you see him doing this, and he knows damn well what he's doing. He even makes jokes about it. I think it was on Joe Rogan later, where Elon Musk makes a little wordplay. He goes, "I did not see this coming. I did not see this coming. Nazi this coming." Elon Musk actually says this. And this is one of the situations. This is another one of those situations where I look at this and I'm like, how can anybody in their right mind excuse this and still, claim to support this guy? And I have some ideas here, and something clicked today, and I remembered something specifically that happened about 30 years ago, and it had to do with a World War II vet, and it started to make sense to me. This is the bottom line. I think we're aging out of people that actually witnessed what happened in World War II. People, the vets that actually fought the war. I believe 235,000 Americans died in World War II. 250,000 Americans died fighting World War II. And a good portion of them was against the Nazis. Some of them were against Imperial Japan. Some of them were against Mussolini. But I believe personally that the majority was against Adolf Hitler. And I don't know if maybe Trump supporters didn't pay that much attention in school. And I don't say that to troll. But with their anti-science attitude and their refusal to see facts and stuff like that, it really makes me think maybe they're not students of history. You don't even need to be a student of history. The stuff the atrocities, from the atrocities to stealing millions of dollars worth of artwork, that they stole millions of dollars worth of gold, burning books. It seems that the Nazism, that group of people, had contempt for everything that is good about human nature. That's what I remember. But we're running out of people that actually witnessed it and that could warn, as if people need to be warned. Like they say, those who do not remember history are condemned to repeat it. It's a situation like that. And I want to tell you guys about a specific incident that I remember that makes that shows what I'm saying here. Like I said, I really think we're running out of people. The vets that were here that could say, that could call out Elon Musk on this. A vet that was actually on the fronts that fought the Nazis, that saw the atrocities, that could tell Elon Musk face to face as if he doesn't know. But I believe Elon Musk and Donald Trump know, damn well what they're doing. I mean, you could see the parallels. What happened in Germany. Germany was down economically, and Hitler came along and started pushing nationalism. He picked a particular group of people to blame. He started deporting them, and then worse, and then he grew this empire. And then he started annexing or taking over the countries surrounding him, all in the name of nationalism, all in the name of making Germany great again. And you could actually see the parallels. The numerous dozens of parallels to what's going on right now, to what happened then. This is the incident that I remember particularly. I'm not proud of the people that I used to hang out with. Like I said, I've been clean and sober for 18 and a half years. And back when I was using, back in my 20s, when I was 20, 25 years old, I hung out with biker clubs, biker gangs, and some of them were white supremacists. This one particular group that I hung out with that I would associate with, usually it was to deal in my wares, in the stuff that I was dealing with. I had contempt for those people even back then, but it was more of a business relationship. And I would go to these late night after hours clubs, and one of my best friends from high school had turned into one of these people, and he belonged to this group called Stormtroopers here in Connecticut. I don't know if they exist anymore, but they did in the 80s, and they had all the swastikas and all that. My friend got a tattoo of white power across his chest, and I was at a party at his house down the street from my house. Like I said, I grew up with this guy. And back then I had a lot weaker mind, so I tended to overlook everything that he was doing and hanging out with. And he had a keg party back in the 80s. It was the summertime, and he hung up a flag on the outside of his house, in the back where the keg was, and it was a giant swastika, the German Nazi flag, big, maybe 8 foot wide by 6 foot high, big flag on the back of his house. Now, these were small, regular suburban 3-family Cape Cods, and there was each house would abut to another house behind it, and there would be a backyard and a fence in between, so you could see the other backyard of the people in the next street. So we're having a keg party, and this older guy comes over during the middle of the keg party in the afternoon, and he's an older guy. This was, like I said, 1985, 1986, 87, and this guy was probably in his, I'd say, 70s or 80s at that point, and he was a World War II vet. This actually happened, and he came over, and he didn't quite look angry, but he looked sad. He almost looked like he was shaking, and he was tearing up. And he looked, I thought he was having a medical condition or something. And he knew my friend Kenny. So, they were neighbors. And he goes up and asks Kenny if he could talk to him. And he tells Kenny, almost, this guy's almost in tears, about how he fought the Nazis, how he fought these people, and how disrespectful it is to him to have to look out his back window and see this in his backyard. That's what this older guy was saying to my friend. And that affected me huge. That had a huge effect on me. When somebody was actually there, who actually witnessed it, who actually fought this war against that evil, is right in front of you, making it very real. And my friend, he took the flag down. About a week later, he kind of laughed about it, put it back up on another area of his house. Some people just don't learn, but it had a profound impact on me, actually seeing a person who was there. I mean, some people need that, and now those people are aging out. There's very few of them left, and with each passing year, there's less and less World War II vets and people that could actually say what they saw, what they witnessed. And I think that's important, and we're losing that right now. It's another thing that scares me about this whole thing. If one of these vets could go up to Elon Musk and tell him face to face. If they could get Elon Musk and a World War II vet in the same room, and the vet could look him in the eye and tell him, about his, it was no joke, it was no trolling. I think that's what a lot of Trump supporters, Musk fans say. Well, he was just trolling. It's about free speech. He was just emphasizing he has the free speech, or whatever excuse they use. There's just some things that are just so evil. And plus, it's not like me doing that salute on a corner. Some unknown old guy doing the salute on a corner. Elon Musk is one of the most powerful, influential people in the world, whether I like it or not. And for him to do this salute not once, but twice or 3 times, and then joke about it, the impact that has on the entire world, and I think the rest of the world paid attention because they went through it. They actually witnessed these atrocities being in Europe. And a lot of them started this Tesla boycott, and here in America, it's like so many people are just overlooking this. Like it was nothing. So what? So he did this salute. He was just trolling people. It's just, it's just a joke. He was just, owning the libs. No. And I wish to God that a World War II vet or somebody else that witnessed these atrocities or went through these atrocities could look him eye to eye and tell him exactly the damage he's doing, as if he didn't know. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Have a good Sunday.